On today's episode, Cybertruck has officially launched, and with that comes a huge pile of accessories to go over, including the famous camping tent, over half a dozen options for the vault bed, toolkits, and a surprise extra feature. On November 30th, Tesla held their Cybertruck delivery event at their facility in Austin, Texas, and while there's much to say about the confirmed specifications of the new stainless steel pickup and the presentation itself, Tesla also launched 24 accessories in their online shop, as well as a surprise peripheral that hasn't made it to the sales area yet. And considering that these pickups are all about the extra tools and toys, we want to get some of those covered here. And we're not going to make you wait, we're going to start with the range extender. Completely ignored during the presentation, the only reason we know about the range extender at all is because it is listed in the specs pages for the Cybertruck, and after folks in the community took notice, Elon himself answered some questions about it. So we know it's real, we're just not entirely sure if it's available or when it will be. Let's take a look at the numbers to start. On the website, Tesla says that the range extender takes the roughly 340 miles of range of the Cybertruck and bumps it to 470 plus, which is a giveaway that these are Tesla estimations based on tests for certification. Regardless, let's say this is accurate and that the extender manages to give the Cybertruck about 130 miles of extra range, bringing it closer to the originally promised 500-mile range. The folks at Electrek did some quick napkin math for us to see how much the range extender could weigh and how much charge it could hold, estimating that if the standard Cybertruck battery pack holds 123 kilowatt hours worth of charge and gets the truck 340 miles of range, then the extended battery pack would need to hold about 47 kilowatt hours to give that 130 mile range boost. Carrying that further, they noted that the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack in the Model Y, which is also made up of 4680 cells, weighs around 454 kilograms. So if the range extender uses similar architecture, then it would be about 300 kilograms or 660 pounds. But this is just an estimation. The Model Y pack is structural and that accounts for much of the weight. The range extender won't need to be rigid or packed full of that pink foam. Now, most Cybertruck owners aren't likely to need a 470-mile capacity for their day-to-day projects. Elon imagines this as a special circumstance accessory for either driving very long distances or towing very heavy things, but all of that extra energy could prove to be very useful for more than just driving. Okay, so the most obvious use for the range extender outside its intended purpose is to act like a sort of on-site generator. The truck itself is capable of acting as a generator with a confirmed NEMA 1450 outlet in the bed, but sacrificing some charge for camp use or power tool operation is a bit of a hard sell if the truck is your only ride. The range extender definitely helps with that capacity. But going further, we know that the Cybertruck has bidirectional charging and can be used to quickly charge other vehicles, other cars definitely, but also smaller things like motorcycles and ATVs. You could use the range extender like the EV version of a spare can of gas. And that brings us an even more interesting thought that you could conceivably use the range extender as a power wall for your home or a cottage. Back when the bidirectional charging feature was first announced, Tesla execs were quick to point out that a fully charged Cybertruck could possibly be used as an emergency generator for your home, and looking at the capacity of a Powerwall versus the range extender, it looks like the extender has over 3 times the 14 kilowatt hour capacity of the regular Powerwall unit. There's definitely other uses that the community is busy throwing around, but the last thing to wonder about this upgrade is the price. As usual, Tesla fans are some of the more diligent people around, and so it didn't even take a day for someone to find this number in the website's source code. Just next to the highlighted bit is a description of the line price for this item, $16,000, and that's, well, it's a lot more than Cybertruck fans would like it to be, that's for sure. It's important to note that since this item isn't for sale, this is likely a placeholder intended to be changed to the actual price once it's available. That being said, it is likely close to the actual price Tesla has been considering, so we will have to wait and see on that one. The range extender makes a lot of sense for a peripheral, and it's good to see it on the offering table for the Cybertruck. Hopefully the option of having that extra range and utility will give Cybertruck even more flexibility. We've talked about it for years, it's been in renders, memes, and plans for the future. You could not imagine a more important accessory to nail for the Cybertruck launch than the bed tent. Called the base camp in the Tesla app, this inflatable nylon tent attaches to the rails in the vault bed on the new Tesla pickup and unfolds in minutes, according to the site, using a manual pump and using no structural poles at all, except for the ones that hold the awnings out past the truck, of course. The tent itself is mounted on the rails inside the vault, meaning that campers can still use the bed for storage during their trip and close the tonneau cover when the tent isn't deployed. When it is unpacked, though, the base camp tent still keeps the bed below it free for storage use, which is handy and also tells us that the underside of the tent is rigid to support the comfortable mattress advertised in the listing. The construction of the tent itself looks like it was designed to fit into the lines of the truck, which probably helps keep the wind from becoming an issue. And 2 large screen windows in the roof allow for nighttime stargazing while relaxing in bed. As far as tents go, the base camp seems like a fairly decent one. Without seeing it in person, it's hard to say if the material is bad or the seams aren't properly sealed, but if it's a quality product, then it should stand up to the sort of scrutiny that campers typically use on new products. And speaking of quality, at $2,975 US, the base camp isn't the most expensive new peripheral, but it's not far off. Custom tents are often more expensive just because they fit somewhere specific, so it's not surprising to see the cost so high for this tent, but it is a bit pricey compared to other nylon tents a person could buy and pack into the truck's vault. The benefit of the base camp, of course, is that you can camp without taking much more space than your Cybertruck itself, and of course being in the bed allows for easy access to the NEMA 1450 plug there. Ultimately, it's a cool piece of kit that a lot of Cybertruck owners have been waiting for, so it will likely see a lot of success, and maybe we'll see some videos soon looking at it in detail. So the base camp tent is a community favorite. The color paint films are our first look at vehicle wraps. We have underseat storage containers, glass roof sunshades, and decals, but Cybertruck owners, like every pickup owner, want to know one thing: what can I put in that bed? The Cybertruck vault is 6 feet long, 4 feet wide, and has an automatic tonneau cover that helps keep the elements out. It has a NEMA 1450 plug in there too, and L-tracks for attaching accessories. It's able to be a working truck, and so Tesla developed some tools to help people use it like that. First up, we have some storage solutions. The Cybertruck accessories team has whipped up some usual candidates, things you'd see for most other pickups. There's the cargo divider and the mole side panels. These 2 bits are made of rigid powder-coated aluminum and made to work with mole-style attachment systems. $350 for the divider and $250 for the side panels. A very useful addition is the vault cargo bins, specially designed to be packed tightly into the vault while leaving the L-track rails unobstructed. The Tesla site claims they're waterproof, easy to clean, and about $225 for a set of 3. You can fit 6 total in the back. And speaking of those side rails, you can bet that the Tesla folks have some things ready for that. Aside from the base camp tent, which uses the L-tracks for support, Tesla already has hooks, cleats, and a bottle opener ready to go. These little units are small but tough, made from the same powder-coated aluminum the mole panels use, and for $25 you can take home a pair of hooks, cleats, or a bottle opener for your L-tracks. Tesla has even thought about the dirt bike fans and designed a foldable tailgate ramp to help get smaller vehicles or heavy loads into and out of the vault. It can apparently take loads of up to 750 pounds, and you can grab that for $400. For $1,250, you could get a spare tire and the tools to change a flat should you ever find yourself in that bid. $40 more and you can get a pair of aluminum D-rings to strap that spare into the vault securely, and for $550 more, you could get an air compressor and Ultra Plus tire repair kit to help with other roadside emergencies. And there's likely still more to come. Aside from the things we didn't mention that are already up in Tesla's shop, there's a whole team of people at the company who are preparing more tools and tricks for Cybertruck owners, and with a truck this versatile, who knows what else they could think up. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please consider supporting us directly on Patreon and hit the like button. If content like this starts to perform well for us, then we can continue to make a lot more high quality videos for you in the future.